The Beatles? More like the Four Losers, am I right? You like the Beatles? Fucking pleb. There are a bunch of other bands out there that have more talent in the tips of their cocks than any of the Beatles have in their entire bodies. These bands make the Beatles look like that band that played at your 5th birthday party, that claimed that they were the Wiggles, but secretly did blow and ran a train on your mom after the show. I remember walking in on them too. As they were finishing, they sang the fruit salad song as they used her face as a... Anyway, we'll be counting down the top 5 bands more influential than the Beatles. Number 5. Nirvana. You want to know how Nirvana is better than the Beatles? Unlike John Lennon, Kurt Cobain knew when to take himself out of the equation, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. And by take himself out of the equation, I mean he, allegedly, got some assistance from Courtney Love. And even if you disagree with this placement on the list, it's nothing to lose your head over. It takes a lot of brains to enjoy the Nirvana sound, and it makes me thankful that the label gave him a shot to begin with. With loaded riffs, a cocky demeanor, and fiery vocals, Nirvana blows my mind every time. If only Yoko Ono was more like Courtney Love. Maybe John Lennon would have left behind a bit of a better legacy. Number 4. G.G. Allin. G.G. Allin is the physical embodiment of punk. He often only had shows last a total of 2 songs because he was more concerned with beating the ever-loving shit out of audience members. There was one time where he even dropped trow and squeezed out a fat log on the stage. Hell, even after he died of an overdose, his fans to this very day take pilgrimages to his grave just to piss on it. Because they knew that it's what he would have wanted. Absolute king shit right there. Number 3. Negative XP. Yep, that's right. The man behind the Thought Patrol anthem is on this list. An internet icon in the flesh, Negative XP doesn't give the fleetingest of fucks about what you have to say. Call him an incel all you want, but that won't stop him. Particularly because it isn't even the case. Negative XP isn't afraid of going after anyone, and this is evident by the fact that after dropping the timeless classic, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World Ruined a Whole Generation of Women, he made a version ripping on the incels as well, titled Toonami Ruined a Whole Generation of Man-Children. Now that's what I call equality. Number 2. Queen. Yeah, this band is pretty obscure, so I don't blame you for not knowing them. It seems that nobody does, and everyone around me is more interested in shitty rap music. I've tried to get people to see the light too, so it's not for lack of trying or anything, but every time I go up to the black kids at my school and recommend some real music, like Queen, anime theme songs, or Undertale soundtracks, they laugh at me and call me a saltine cracker before stealing my light-up Skechers and throwing me into our cafeteria's trash can. Fucking normies! They'll never understand what real music is! Queen would kick Lil Quickscope Cumshot 420's ass any day of the week! I bet they also only play games for normies like Call of Duty, instead of games for cultural individuals like me, such as Honey Pop and Minecraft. I'm better than everybody! Number 1. Plankton and the Patty Stealers. The fact that this band isn't even in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a travesty and proves that the Rock Hall is a fucking joke. You let in the NWA, who isn't even fucking rock, before you let in these cultural powerhouses? Are you all fucking insane? Sure, they may have only been together a short time before Plankton was arrested for war crimes in Syria, but that short time that they were together was the most influential period of rock and roll history. For shame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For shame. And that was the top 5 bands more influential than the Beatles. If you disagree, then it must suck being wrong about everything. I'd rather chop off my cock and sew it to my forehead than ever recognize the Beatles as a quality band, and I'll be in the cold, cold ground before that ever happens. Fuck you, John Lennon, and fuck you, Tyrone, for stealing my Skechers again. My mommy paid $30 for those shoes, and if you don't give them back, I'll tell the principal.
Subscribe to my Go series, or else I will use the world to freeze time and steal your bitch. See you in the next video, you pathetic waste of space.
So quit hitting that cobblestone with your hoe, and soon you will know how to get better.